Hi, Karen McIntyre from StrongandFitIn90.com here today with my week in review. I haven't posted anything in a few days, so I thought I'd get caught up all in one video and one post. I've actually decided to try something different today. If you'll go and view this on my blog, and I hope you will, StrongandFitIn90.com, if you'll look below the video, there'll be an article based on the video, not exactly a transcription of the video, but an article based on the video with links in there, links to buy some of the P90X one-on-one programs and P90X, as well as a link to contact me if you have any questions about any of this. Did a brand new routine, at least for me this time, the P90X one-on-one with Tony Horton from Volume 3, Shoulders and Arms MC2. This exercise, or this workout, is actually kind of a variation on the P90X shoulders and arms. This was one of my all-time favorite workouts. Very good workout, very fun to do. A lot of volume though. You do a shoulder exercise, a biceps exercise, and a triceps exercise. Then immediately repeat those three. And then there's another set of three exercises that you do for shoulders, biceps, and triceps that you also repeat, and there are 5 of those total. So that's a lot of volume that you're doing. In this one, there's also a lot of volume, but the sequencing is totally different. Instead of doing shoulders, biceps, and triceps, you do shoulders, then you do biceps and triceps. The first group of exercises are heavy. You lift as heavy as you can. The first two you start out with shoulders. You do 2 shoulder exercises, pike press, and an alternating Arnold press. Now in Power 90 and in P90X you did something called a swimmer's press. Well, this is also called an Arnold's press, so it's the same as a swimmer's press, just a different name. And that's one where you are holding the dumbbells up with your palms facing in, and then one arm at a time you corkscrew it up and down, and then the other arm up and down. And a pike press, of course, is where and in this one he stresses having your feet elevated. Well, I can't do that. I'm not quite that strong yet. But you ideally have your feet elevated and your hands on the ground, and you're pushing straight up and down, almost like you're doing a handstand push-up. So I do mine with my feet on the ground. In kind of a pike position, like you're doing the dive, like you're doing a pike. Very hard to do for me, anyway. So I still got my feet on the ground on that one. You do that 3 times. Then you move on to light shoulder exercises, and on this one you do kind of an in and out, a straight arm in and out raise, where you raise your arms straight out to the side, then bring them in. Everything in, and it goes down, then straight up and straight back out again and down. And that's 1. I actually counted that as 2. Kind of cheating a little bit there, but I just couldn't do that many reps. And when you take into consideration that when Tony said he was going to be lifting light, and I actually saw him with a 10-pound dumbbell in his hand, I thought, oh wow, what does that mean for me? Because, if he's lifting 10 pounds, I guess I just kind of lift my arms without any weight whatsoever. But yeah, I just used half that weight and just used 5 pounds on the shoulder exercises. But he did stress going light here, that form really matters here. Do them right. You don't want to hurt yourself, so you go light here. This is not about lifting really heavy in these next in the light exercises. And then the other one was a back delt fly. Then moving on to the biceps and triceps, and in this one you actually need a stability ball. The biceps exercise, the first one, was simply a seated biceps curl. Very simple, very basic move, as heavy as you can. Then you get out the old stability ball, and you're on that, and of course you're having to bring all those stabilizer muscles into play to keep yourself from rolling off the ball. And on this one you're supposed to do a triceps pullover. Now I have shoulder issues, and my rotator cuff book tells me not to do that. So instead of doing the pullovers, I did triceps extensions on the stability ball. That was more challenging than doing them on the weight bench, but it wasn't quite as bad as I had feared. I'm a kind of clumsy person, so I was afraid that trying to stay on that ball while doing that routine, while doing that exercise, might be difficult. But it wasn't that hard. It was more difficult, but not that bad. So you do that 3 times, just like you did the 2 shoulder things 3 times. Then you go on to the light part of the biceps and triceps. And on the biceps, you do the crazy eights, which is similar to the static arm curl that you did in the P90X routine. The difference being a lot more reps. Excuse me. In the you just hold one dumbbell in your arm with your arm bent, while the other one is doing the biceps curl. And you do 8 times with one arm, and then change and do 8 times with the other arm, then go back to the first arm and do 8 more, and then back to the other one and do 8 more. So that's 32 reps total, although only just 16 for each arm. But believe me, it gets to feeling a lot heavier than the weight actually is, simply because you're just holding it there for a while. That really does add an extra element of difficulty to it, so you want to go a good deal lighter on this one than you would have on the seated biceps curl. And for the triceps movement on this one, you're doing alternating triceps kickbacks, and you're going light here too. So overall, I found this a very good, challenging workout. Really felt it more on my shoulders than anywhere else. Very good workout. I enjoyed it. So another good alternative to the P90X shoulders and arms workout. My next, I did a cardio workout called Cardio Confusion Mason's Choice. Now, you may be wondering, who in heck is Mason? Well, this is Mason. Mason Bindewald is the director for P90X and the P90X One-on-One with Tony Horton series. So Tony basically put what he called the best of his cardio moves on little strips of paper, put them in a hat, and then Mason would draw one out of a hat, and that's the move that Tony and I would do. A very fun workout. Each move lasted for 1 minute, and a mixture of a lot of different things, even some Kempo moves in there, some punches and kicks and stuff. So that was really a lot of fun to do, and I enjoyed that. One good thing about this one, at the end of it, Tony actually used some of those moves as a cool-down routine by simply bringing the intensity down and not making it as high impact as it might otherwise be. And he made a good point there that you can do this. You can do this routine. It doesn't matter if you're 100 pounds overweight, you can do it. You just have to know how to modify it. So if you think you might be interested in doing this and have some questions on modifications, I can definitely help you with that. I do a few modifications in there myself, and I've learned how to modify over time to make things easier, and in some cases even more difficult, depending. So if you have any questions about that, please do contact me. I'll be more than happy to help you with it. Now, these P90X One-on-One series, you can buy them by the volume. You can buy Volume 1, all of the DVDs in Volume 1, all the DVDs in Volume 2, and all in Volume 3, all packaged nicely and neatly together. Or if you so desire, you can buy just one DVD at a time. So if you hear me talking about one and you think you're interested in it, then by all means go and order it. If you have any questions about it, need any help with it, contact me and I'll help you out with it. My routine today was a repeat of one I did the first of this month from the P90X One-on-One Volume 1 Bun Shaper. So once again, working my buns. And I was pleased with my progress on this workout. I was able to do more. I actually completed the 8-card pickup this time. Last time it was more like 6-card pickup. So I was very pleased with that. Brought up the intensity a little bit, felt it a little more in my buns and my legs. So this is a very good routine. I like it. Really a lower body blaster, really. I mean, it does focus on your buns, certainly, but in order to work them, you're also working your legs an awful lot. So there's a lot of squats and lunges involved in this. Really works your legs good, really get them good, strong, toned. Very good routine to do. I highly recommend it. So keep this in mind too if you're looking for a good routine to do. It's a good one. It'll really shape up your buns and your legs. So this is Karen McIntyre saying thank you for watching today, and tune in again next week and I'll have another update. Goodbye.